My name is Mona, and I am only 15-year-old. I was born and raised in the capital of Greece, Athens. I have lived only with my two beautiful parents all of my life. I am an only child, and I love it. I feel special and spoiled all the time. The city where I live, Athens, really inspires me. Even though I am only 15-year-old, I am a very romantic person. I romanticize everything. So, it is effortless living in my city, Athens. My city is very interestingly beautiful and romantic. It is blessed with a rich cultural and historical past. But, I am not here to talk about my city. Unlike other kids, I love going to school. I enjoy reading books in my free time. My favorite subject at my school is creative writing, and our teacher gave us an exciting thing to do at home. He said that we should write the most beautiful love story that had happened to us. The problem is that I don't have a love story. I've had my first kiss and some little dates, but that doesn't count as a love story. It's hard to have a genuine relationship at 15-year-old. I don't think my teacher doesn't understand today's relationships. I spend hours and hours thinking about what to write. I want a good grade, so should I lie? But, I can't lie, all of my friends would know. Then it hit me, since I don't have a love story yet, I might just write about the most beautiful love story that I've ever heard. Which was my parents' story. My parents are my inspiration. They have been married for 15 years. How did they meet? What's the secret of a long, healthy marriage? Let's find out. The story takes place years ago in Athens, when life was nothing like today. Life was easier and simpler. People really loved each other. There was no social media, no apps where you could swipe into someone's profile and go on a date with them. No, back in the old days, you had to fight to find a partner. At least that's what my parents have told me. There was a girl who only at 19-year-old had become a cop. And there was a boy who worked at a jewelry store that his father had owned. These two had lived a completely different life. The girl had come from a rigorous family, and the only reason she became a cop was that her mother was a cop too. The girl had always lived by rules and tried her best to be an excellent daughter and woman. But, on the other hand, the boy was rebellious. He was a bad boy, and the girls seemed to like that. All the girls loved him. These two lived so near each other but never met. Until one day, one lucky day, these two would run into each other, not knowing that their lives would change forever. The boy was working in his jewelry store when the girl came in. She was tall and had long blonde hair. She had a beautiful, shy smile. The girl in her police uniform got the boy all speechless. She was looking to get something for herself. It was her birthday. The boy made the first move, saying that she needed to pay since it was her birthday. But, she insisted on paying, and she did. The boy wanted to know who she was. He saw her name on her uniform. Her name was Anna. But he didn't know where she lived. The boy wanted to know where this girl lived. The girl seemed like a very serious type of girl, nothing like the boy dealt with. She didn't give him a chance even to talk or ask anything. The girl didn't even look at his face. He asked around for the girl's name that he saw on her uniform. He found out that she lived so near his house. He was surprised how they didn't meet up until that day. But the boy got informed that Anna had very strict parents, and she rarely goes out. That would be a big problem for the boy. He would sometimes go by her house and spend hours in her neighborhood but never see her. The boy was used to all the girls being crazy about him, and he was used to getting any girl he wanted. A lot of girls come to his jewelry store just to see him. Anna was different. That's why the boy was curious about her. The boy couldn't stop talking about Anna to his friends. None of his friends knew her, but they always used to say that he shouldn't mess with her because her whole family worked in the police. They used to say that they were one crazy family. The boy decided to back up since he didn't find any solutions to meet her and talk to her. He talked to other girls during that time, but the curiosity never left. One day as he was walking home, he came across Anna. He was surprised. He went and talked to her and asked about how her birthday had gone. The first thing that she said was, "Who are you?" The boy was surprised, because everybody knew his name and who he was. The boy got humbled there. "My name is Sokol," he said surprisingly. As the boy was talking to her, Anna seemed very worried. She couldn't stop looking left and right. Sokol had asked her if there was anything wrong. "Anna has said that she is scared if her parents would see her with me. She said they don't like it if she hangs out with any boy." Sokol said, "Not even friends?" She said no, and started walking home, saying that he needed to leave her alone. Sokol felt bad for her. She was so young, and she was not enjoying life at all. Months went by, and Sokol had almost forgotten Anna's face. It was summertime, and everyone was out except her. One day as he was about to close the jewelry store, his father said, "Don't forget to put the alarm on." So, an idea came to his mind. He couldn't wait to get to work tomorrow and master his genius idea. Tomorrow came. The plan was that he should break the window of his jewelry store, and this way, the alarm would go on, and the police would come. And guess who works in the police? Anna. It was the only way that these two would meet. And that's what Sokol did. He closed the shop. He broke the window and started running home, acting like he had nothing to do with it. While he was staying home stressed, a phone call occurred. Sokol's father got the news and immediately went. Sokol went too. And there she was, Anna. She looked so beautiful and brave. Sokol was acting like he didn't know who did it and saying that he would beat up whoever did this. They stayed there for hours, trying to figure out who did it. This way they had the chance to talk with each other. Sokol could feel that Anna was starting to feel safe with him. But nothing more happened. They were back to their old ways, barely seeing each other anymore. After some weeks, Sokol had heard some bad news. People were talking and saying that Anna's family had found her a husband to marry. Sokol couldn't believe his ears. She was so young to get married, plus Sokol wanted to get to know her more. He felt like they could be together. So, Sokol tried to do his master plan once again. Maybe this time, it would work. It was night time, and he had finished his shift. This time he decided to take an expensive necklace, just so the story would be more believable. He took a stone and broke the window, and started running home as usual. He went home, and his father was already out. So he went with his father. After some minutes, the police arrived. And Anna was smiling, saying, "Again?" They still couldn't find who did that, but Sokol and Anna were talking non-stop with each other. Sokol tried to put his guard down and ask her straightforward about the rumors that she was going to get married. But she said that the rumors were fake. Sokol felt so happy, and he couldn't stop smiling. He went home feeling relieved. But Sokol didn't give up. He wanted to get to know her more and see her more. One day, he decided to go near her house and just see if she would come out or something. But Sokol saw something that he wished he didn't see. A guy was walking Anna home. Sokol hid somewhere so they wouldn't see him. That guy was a cop too, and they seemed to love each other's company. There were a million questions around his mind. Who was he? Anna said that her parents didn't let her hang out with a boy. Why was she? Is he the guy that people were rumoring about? At that moment, Sokol felt like he should give up and move on with his life. But he wanted to know why she lied to him about her not getting married. She was obviously with a guy, plus he was walking her home. Sokol felt like he had turned into a psychopath and a stalker. Because once again, he thought that his master plan should go on one more time. He did the usual thing. He broke the window and hoped for the better. His father got the news once again. But Sokol felt so bad when his father got the news. They were already spending a lot of money repairing the damages that Sokol was doing. Sokol decided that this would be the last time he would do that. The police came together with Anna. This time they were suspicious about this happening over and over again. They were finding it weird how every time this was happening when Sokol was working. But Sokol played it off like once again he didn't know what had happened. This time Sokol didn't have much time to ask Anna the questions he had. They barely talked. Sokol felt so down. He did all of this for nothing. Sokol's father had decided that he would be the one working all the time and that he would be working during the night too. Sokol felt hopeless. The following day, Sokol was sleeping when his mother had called him saying that someone was looking for him. He woke up and got dressed, whatever he could put on. It was Anna. He couldn't believe his eyes. She said that she wanted to talk with him. So that's what they did. The first thing she said was, "Why did you keep doing this?" She said that she knew that Sokol was the one breaking the windows. Sokol was speechless. She said that it was obvious that he did that, and she wanted to know the reason why. She said that she didn't want to tell Sokol's father because she believed that Sokol had a strong reason. Sokol knew that he had no other choice but just tell the truth. He said to her that she was the reason why he was doing all of this. She was surprised. Sokol said that he wanted to spend time and get to know her, but he couldn't. He told her that he liked her. He asked her if she liked him too and wanted to go out with him. What was her answer? What happened next? Well, they had me. So you might know how the rest of the story goes. They fell in love and spent the rest of their lives together. This is my favorite love story that I've ever heard because I admire how my father never gave up on my mother. Marriage and relationships can be hard, but you shouldn't give up on love. I envy my parents because nowadays nobody fights for love.